Blockbuster trade rumor.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. It's something like that. Chiefs might be shopping Josh Williams, and Skyy Moore could be next. You never know. Let's talk about that.
Chiefs Kingdom. What's up, baby? Noah Gray here, tight end for your Kansas City Chiefs. You're listening to All Chiefed Up with Mike and Steve Williams.
Chiefs Kingdom. ACU crew, how we doing, baby? Hope everybody's doing okay tonight. It's Thursday, July 31st, and the NFL is back, ladies and gentlemen. There's football on your freaking TVs. What about it? It might not be a cool game, but it is the Chargers and it is the Lions, and we play both of those teams this year. So if you're bored, turn it on.
Hey,
and if you're even more bored, let's talk about the freaking Chiefs right now.
Let's do it. Bad football is still football, I guess. So
I'll take it.
Dude, we don't have any weeks now without football for I don't know. What is it, 4, 5, 6 months? It's a good day, man. We got through the offseason.
We made it.
We made it.
Made it to the end. Hope everybody's doing okay tonight. Good to see everybody rolling in. Do your boys a favor. Hit that like button. Help us get out to more people. Also, if you guys would like to subscribe to the channel, highly suggest you do that. Hit that subscribe button. Stick with All Chiefed Up all season long because football's back, ladies and gentlemen. Get horned up. Woo. Let's freaking go. Mike, we have some fun things to talk about today. Some trade rumors. That's always fun, right?
Yeah.
It gets the people happy in their pants and all that. We should talk about trade rumors, especially if names like Josh Williams and Skyy Moore are in the mix. They're definitely going to get horned up about that. So we'll get to all of that and everything. But first, me and Mike's going to be heading to KC in the AM because we have something called Chew with the freaking crew on Saturday night, August the 2nd at Zarda in Blue Spring from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time. So if you'd like to come hang out with everybody, it's real casual. Just come in, get you a seat. You can order you some food if you want to. We'll be giving away some signed posters, and we'll be chalking it up with everybody, chumming it up, having a good old time. It's always fun, so come on out if you are close or in the area and you'd like to hang out and meet everybody.
Yeah, these posters have been a hassle, Steve. They've been a real hassle. Man. Look, we ordered these things 3 weeks ago. They were supposed to be delivered 2 days ago. We got an email saying it's not going to be done. It's not going to be done. And I raged, and I said, no way. Just cancel the freaking order. And then I went to another guy yesterday. They printed them. They overnight shipped them. I paid to get them next day air. They got here today so that we will have the posters ready to go. So
the things we do for you, Chiefs Kingdom.
Yeah, the things I do for you guys come, just come see me.
Come hang out. Got to do it, man. Get some burnt ends, some baked beans. Zarda's underrated. Come get some delicious food. But anyway, Mike, let's talk about these trade rumors. Trade rumor for Joshua Williams to the Dolphins. How about that?
Yeah. ESPN talked about it. They said the Dolphins get some corner depth with Williams. They'll receive the Chiefs will receive a 6th-round pick in 2027 for Josh Williams. This is what they had to say about it, though. I found this a little telling, I guess. Williams is a depth corner for the Chiefs who already have McDuffy, Jalen Watson, Christian Fulton signed in March, and Noel Williams, 2025 third-round pick. Josh Williams, who is scheduled to make $3.2 million this year, was even left off of ESPN's 53-man roster projection at the start of training camp. They go on to say Williams does have some encouraging numbers over his first 3 seasons. Yeah, we know. Across 769 coverage snaps, he has only allowed 0.9 yards per snap. That is better than average, and 0.6 over the past 2 seasons, albeit a small sample. Steve, we've said this over and over again. We have no idea why Josh Williams is in the doghouse. He is in Spag's doghouse, and he's been there for what seems like was all of last year. It really makes no sense. A lot of people's going to point to the penalties. 99.9% of his penalties come on special teams. That has nothing to do with Spags and nothing to do with the corner position.
Right.
Especially last year when we were struggling when Jalen Watson got injured to find somebody to step in. And when Josh Williams stepped in, he actually did a pretty good job. I'll get to those numbers in just a minute. We'll talk about that, and we'll compare those two. But, yeah, what do you think about it, Steve? Do you think the Chiefs would look to shop at Josh Williams, and do you think he's probably going to make the 53-man? Because it's looking like that's not even very likely at this point.
So it's pretty funny because all the points that you kind of brought up just now, it kind of ties in to the episode we did with Broshmo on his channel. At the very end of it, We had a segment where we talked about Josh Williams and why he didn't get on the field. And from an outside perspective, a Dolphins fan, Broshmo, he was like, hey, I was kind of wondering why the heck he's not playing either, because I thought that guy was pretty decent and we never saw him on the field. So I thought maybe you guys could give me more on that. Obviously we couldn't. We don't really know. We just know he's in Spag's doghouse, can't get on the field. We talked about the penalty thing. But we also looked at a couple years ago, we had L'Jarius Sneed, who everybody absolutely freaking loved. He led the league in penalties. So I don't think penalties is really that huge of a deal when you're talking about a big, long, fast, physical corner that's playing man-man coverage. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I really don't know what the problem is. But what is also awesome is was at the end of that episode, I literally said, hey, Broshmo, we'll give you Josh Williams, and you give us a 6th round pick. And what did he say? I'd do it.
Yeah, he said, I'd do it.
Look,
it was obvious. Some ESPN guys were watching the show. I mean, there's no other explanation for this that came out of left field. This is some numbers, though. People say, oh, he's not very good. Josh Williams last year had a 68.3 coverage grade on 282 coverage snaps per PFF. He allowed 20 catches on 33 targets for only 196 yards. Jalen Watson, 71.6 coverage grade on 309 snaps. So he played about 30 more snaps, and he had about somewhere around there, a 3 extra cover grade. So, okay, he was a little better through 30 more snaps. Very, very negligible right there. He allowed 20 receptions, same amount. He allowed them on 35 targets. Okay, so they were targeted about the same amount of time. Watson gave up 282 yards. So he actually gave up 86 extra yards on the same amount of receptions, which would tell you that Watson got burned a few more times. So I never understood the Josh Williams slander, because Josh Williams, when on the field, has made big plays. When he was a rookie, he made big plays versus the Bengals when we needed it most back in the playoffs. I remember there were certain times, yes, he's been beat. There's times he's missed a tackle here or there. He also ranks one of the top, I want to say the top 40 or 50 corners in the NFL in run defense. So he actually offers that as well. So I have no idea why Josh Williams has been in the doghouse. A lot of people, I think, was floated around through Chiefs creators and this and that, he just don't really know the plays. He don't know where he's supposed to be at. They don't know what they're talking about, because let me tell you something. Nobody... Look, I've analyzed film over and over, and I've watched people analyze film. You can analyze it to a certain degree, but you do not know, unless you spoke to Spags on the phone, the exact coverage assignment of everybody on that field. You're just guessing. So when they guess that he's supposed to be here, they don't have a clue.
Well, who cares what the reason is? All we know is he's not been on the field, and I don't see them putting him on the field more. I just don't. At this point, I've kind of gave up on the whole idea. So the big question is, if the Dolphins were to give you a 6th round pick for Josh Williams, are you saying yes? Are you taking it and cutting your losses?
Yeah, I went back and forth on that, and I even posted on X. I wouldn't do it personally. I would give him one more year. And honestly, if I were something to do with this team, and I know all you smart asses are going to be in the comment and be like, well, it's a good thing you don't have nothing to do with the team. I would let him play a little bit more. I think
it's a good thing you don't have nothing to do with the team. No,
exactly. I know I'm going to get smart ass A and B saying that. And then they'll go on and tell me about something stupid. So, what I think is he should be getting a little bit more playing time. I think he's serviceable. Last year he should have got it. We were super thin at the position. Najee Johnson, I don't care what it is. I don't care if he's learning, if he's coming back from the injury. I don't care what it is. Throw any excuse at the wall you want with Najee Johnson. Najee Johnson gets burned. I'm going to nickname him SPF 50 at this point. He can't get it together. And all through training camp so far, he has got burned day in and day out. And not just Xavier Worthy and not just Rashee Rice. He's been burned by UDFA Mac Delina. He's been burned by Jason Brownlee. You name it, he's getting burned by the lowest guys on the depth chart on the reg. Okay. So I don't think he's going to get it either. Do I think we should kick Najee off the team? No. Let him develop as well. I just think we're too thin at this position. We just signed a wide receiver because we're getting thin. It wouldn't surprise me if we don't have to go back and sign a corner. So if we're getting that thin with it, why are we shopping them? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because obviously the kid we picked up last year, Eric Scott from Dallas, isn't it. Okay. Darius Rush isn't it. These guys don't even have a shot to make the team. Kevin Knowles, UDFA, was lining up with the second team the other day in the slot. That kid's got a shot. He's a dark horse to make the team. Melvin Smith looks like he's not going to get there. So, I mean, I can't really tell you. For me, I don't think I would do the trade, but knowing how the Chiefs are going to use him, which means they're not, and he could possibly get cut. If he's a camp casualty, go ahead and get your 6th-round pick.
Right. Well, I think that you kind of said it all. Last season, he should have got the reps, right? And he didn't. We watched Najee Johnson get burnt all season long, and they never switched to Josh Williams. So I don't think they're going to do it going forward. Like you said, they still have Najee out there taking first team, second team reps in camp, and he's still getting burnt. The usual, but they still aren't going to Josh Williams. So at this point, man, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air on it. Like, I would rather keep Josh Williams if we would use him and see if he can develop into what we think he could be. But if we're not going to, then maybe you just take the 6th-round pick. But I put a poll up. I want you guys in the chat to vote on that. Let me know if you would trade Josh Williams for a 6th-round pick, because I want to know what you guys have to say about it. Shout out Don Herman, been a member for 3 months now. Let's freaking go, Don. Appreciate you. We got a 5-bomb from Nick. Says it would be nice if we can make a trade for Terry. I really have worries for the wideout room. So, yes, this is kind of a new development. But Scary Terry asked for a trade from the Commanders. Now, here's the thing about that. Scary Terry would fit in this offense so good. We've talked about that for years. That would be a nasty addition for this Chiefs team. But can we afford someone like Scary Terry? And where does he fit in an overcrowded wide receiver room at this point? And it's funny because I say overcrowded, but there's still not a lot of experience on the team either. The most experienced guys you have is Juju Smith-Schuster and then Hollywood Brown. But other than that, you got Rashee Rice, who's coming off of that injury, who's played for a season and 4 games. You have 1 season under the belt of Xavier Worthy. So could Scary Terry come in here and really just put a bow on that? Because I feel like if you had him mixed in with what we already have, that would be the most disgusting wide receiver room in football with the best quarterback to ever play.
Yeah, it would be nice. Like, that would be, honestly, really nice. But I just do not see
that's
how
Hornet
you
level
make that
25
happen.
right there, bro.
Yeah, I just don't see how you can make that happen. For me, I don't think you can make it happen. If you put any stock in Pretty Ricky, who has been right about a lot of things, he claims that he got a call today, something to do with the Commanders and maybe another team. So he might be onto somebody already thinking that they've shopped and found somebody for him. Right. I don't know. I would be surprised if it were the Chiefs. Where do we put him in? We're already a good 6 deep. And I know McLaurin is, he's a top guy on this team. He would instantly be like wide receiver 2, right?
The thing about it is, I feel like the Chiefs could come up with the cap room if they wanted to, but I just don't know if it's necessary. The thing about it is, I think the Chiefs cap is probably somewhere around $20 million. Go look that up for me, Ian. Let me know what the Chiefs cap space is, because I do know that the cap hit for Terry McLaurin this season is $25.5 million. So I don't even know if they could take that hit. Also, if you make the trade, sometimes you can get Washington to take some of that and eat some of that cap, right? There are ways to do that. So it's not impossible. It's definitely on the table. I just don't know if the Chiefs go all in on Scary Terry or not. I honestly, I think he fits in here great, right? And he's about 30 years old, so he's not like the youngest buck in the world. But I do think he's kind of in the prime of his career. He's playing really good football, and he's not been happy in Washington. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll keep you updated for sure. Appreciate the 5, Nick. Shane with a 2-bomb says, I hope Josh makes the roster. Always liked him. I'm kind of like that too. I like Josh. I think everybody does. Like Mike mentioned last time we did a live stream, someone brought up Josh Williams maybe getting traded or getting cut. And it is kind of weird. They use him kind of for the face of their social media. He does a lot of the interviews to the other team, the other players, I should say, and a lot of stuff like that. They like his personality. I think fans like him. I just don't know why it's not working out on the football field. But appreciate the 2, Shane. Hope to see you Saturday night, by the way. And then we got Bob for Bucket Bob in the house with the freaking 10-bomb. Let's go. He says, super excited for Chew with the crew. Am I allowed to bring my own barbecue sauce? So, yes, technically you can. Did you hear Dom scream when I read that question? He said, no, you're going to be at Zarda, and they have the best barbecue sauce in the world, the Zarda Ghost Sauce.
But maybe he's made his own. Maybe Bob makes his own barbecue sauce. Pops dabbles in that.
He does. Man, it's hard to touch that Ghost Sauce from Zarda. I'm sorry. It just is. It's got to be my favorite. Appreciate the 10, Bob. Can't wait to hang out with everybody. Just in case you didn't know, Bob from Buck and Bob's going to be there. I think Lance and Trevor from the Spoken are going to try to come by. There might be a few other faces come in. So come hang out with everybody. And if you missed that at the beginning, it is August 2nd from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time at Zarda Blue Springs location. So do it to it. Got 2-bomb from Dez. Says, how worried should we be about Fulton still being out?
That's a great question.
That is a good question, man. For them to pay Fulton what they did, I would love to see him on the freaking football field at this point, especially being a new face, learning the defense, getting comfortable, learning his teammates, all that good stuff. I really would like to see him on the field right now. I think that is definitely something to worry about, right? We were already talking about Josh Williams maybe getting traded away or something of that nature. So you're kind of just looking at if Fulton is not healthy, who's going to be out there, Mike? Go ahead. Tell everybody who's going to be out there if Fulton's not available.
Jalen Watson?
No, it's going to be freaking Najee Johnson.
Yeah, those are going to be the two.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to have McDuffy, but if you want to put McDuffy in the slot, Najee Johnson's going to be out there.
Najee Johnson's going to be out there regardless. If they have 3 cornerbacks, Fulton's not out there, Najee Johnson's going to be on the football field.
Yeah, for sure.
And here's my thing about that.
I mean, that's what they're doing.
Am I worried about Fulton not being out there? Yes, because I am worried that I have to watch Najee Johnson get burnt for another season. And I know it sounds like a Najee Johnson bash fest, and it's not that. I like the kid. I've said over and over again, I think he's one of the most fundamentally sound defensive backs we have on the football team. He's a great special teamer. Love the kid's personality. But, man, at corner, it's just not working out. We've tried and tried and tried again, and we're still seeing our guys cook them at camp. So I just don't know if I want to watch that for another season, man. I might be out on that. So I'm a little bit worried about it, Des, but we'll see how that develops. Hopefully he'll be back sooner than later. Shout out Sammy with the 2-bomb. Says a conditional 5th round if they make the playoffs. So I like that caveat to the trade. I'll take, if I'm going to do it. Yeah, if I'm going to do that, let's do what Sammy says.
Yeah, the Dolphins aren't going to make the playoffs. They're shambles. The Dolphins are a top-loaded team. If they have one injury, I mean, I'll give them maybe one. But if they was to have 2 to 3 injuries at a significant time, they're done. They're
a team that will flirt with the wild card, right? They usually do.
Yeah, you're not beating Buffalo. Buffalo's winning that division outright. But it's going to be really hard for them to win more games than probably like the Chargers or maybe even the Broncos, maybe even the Raiders. A lot of people are writing the Raiders off. And I think with Pete Carroll there, with Geno Smith bringing that system over, I do not think that they're going to be as butt cheeks as everybody thinks they're going to be. I think they're going to be a very solid football team. They could maybe even get to 8-8 this year. Well,
that's a possibility. Yeah, it's a possibility they could be around the 500 mark. But I do think they're about a year out. I think they got a lot of young players. This is the first year with Pete Carroll.
A hell of a football team that gives people problems.
Of course, absolutely. They could definitely beat some good football teams at any given day. I absolutely believe that. So I'm right there with you, man. Appreciate the 2, Sammy. But yeah, Mike, we talked about Josh Williams. Let's talk about everybody's favorite subject, Skyy freaking Moore. Could he be the next one on the list of people that could be traded away for draft capital or whatever? Here's the thing: if he's gonna be a camp cut, which by all means, if you look at taking 6 receivers, I think Tyquan Thornton is hard to look over right now.
Boy, Nico Remigio pretty much got that number 6. Him and
Nico Remigio is hard to look over because Dave Tobe is so in love with the kid, and he's a great returner, right? So those 2 are going to be hard to bump out. So even if they take 7 receivers, I still think Skyy Moore's on the outside looking in. So knowing that, and knowing that if you just cut him, you're getting nothing in return, do you think they find a player, some team out there that wants Skyy Moore because they think they can get something else out of him, which we've all talked about before? Skyy has a lot of talent. He could do a lot of different things. He just does not fit into this offense. It doesn't work. But there's some teams out there that could use him in the slot and get some production out of him. I think there are teams out there that would take a shot and try to trade for him. So, that being said, if he's going to be a camp cut, why not trade him away and get some draft capital out of him? That's just where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I think you get more. Honestly, I think you get more out of Josh Williams than you do Skyy Moore.
Do you really think so? A 4th-round draft pick that still hasn't got to play hardly at all.
I was going to say that's your only argument that maybe not is one was a second, one was a 4th. But honestly, Skyy Moore was a very late second. He was very late second. They even traded all the way down in the second to get him. So remember they traded back with New England or whatever. So, man, I don't know. There's not that many teams out there that do need wide receivers that I think would give up a lot. You maybe would, the Patriots, somebody like that. Maybe the Commanders if McLaurin was to get moved. But, I mean, they don't play the same position. You're going to need a guy. You're going to need a system basically like a Tom Brady system where this dude could just go play in the slot and just be asked to be peppered 8-10 times a game. That's the only way he's going to survive. Because if you just throw to him 1 or 2 times a game, it's very possible he can move the chains for you when asked if the plays are right. But we see that here that sometimes it looks like he just kind of checks out, and when the ball gets thrown to him, he's not even really in the game, right? And it's just he misses the ball and he can't concentrate.
There are teams that could use him, right? I think that he could probably be good for like Dallas, who's got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens running around out there. Just put Skyy Moore in the slot. They could probably get a little more out of him than they've been able to get out of Tolbert and some of those guys they've drafted. So maybe there is a player out there that would want him. That's a possibility. I think it's something to kick the tires on, especially if you're just going to cut him. I think you go ahead and you try to find somebody that would take a shot on this kid because I think there's a chance he could be productive for somebody. So I think someone, and like you said, him being a second-round pick, a lot of guys like to take stabs at stuff like that. Brett Veach is notorious for finding first, second-round, like high draft picks that didn't pan out, bringing them in and seeing if they can pull out that talent, get them to the ceiling that they should have. And I think that maybe another team could take a shot there. So I don't know. I think both of those guys, if they're going to be camp cuts, you try to see if you can get something out of them beforehand. Now, I do think that if they were going to trade either of them, they probably would have done it already. Like, I don't know why they've waited this long into camp, unless it was just to inconvenience those two guys to make a trade now or make a move now.
Right.
But once
there
again,
there was a team I actually thought of that I thought could be a good fit for Skyy Moore. Jacksonville.
yes,
They've got Travis Hunter, so they've got a guy there that he's more like a CeeDee Lamb type of guy. You got Brian Thomas. He's more like that big X that can stretch the field. They did go out and get De'Ami Brown in the offseason. And De'Ami Brown's one of those guys that kind of have underperformed. He was with the Commanders. He was with, Bieniemy for a year or whatever. He may or may not do what he needs to do. But when you look behind them, there are other guys like Parker Washington. That's going to be your best guy. And then outside of Parker Washington, who's not really lived up to the hype, I mean, they went and put Louis Rees-Zammon on the roster last year. So they could use a guy kind of like a Skyy Moore that could be in a slot position that maybe, Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas can take some heat off of, and Trevor Lawrence can be able to find them over the middle a little bit. That's somebody they could look at. But again, I just don't think any of these teams are willing to give up any draft capital for a Skyy Moore. I think Skyy Moore would have to just be a camp casualty and somebody pick him up off that. Josh Williams, I think there might be a team out there that could see enough future in him, considering all the things we've talked about. Like, I think a lot of teams are confused. If we're confused why he's in the doghouse, if Bro Schmo's confused why he's in the doghouse, all these other teams are confused. The front offices have to be a little bit confused as well, and they're probably digging in. Like, why is it? If it's something to do with him and his attitude or just, I don't know. And I find that hard to believe with Josh Williams. He seems like a good kid. Like, I find it hard to believe he's going to be fighting spags and being an asshole. I just don't see that being a deal. Like, so I don't know what it is there. Maybe it is a little like mental lapses or this and that. I don't know. But I think that there could be some people digging in there, and he could be a guy that you may not want to see hit the waiver wire because you could probably compete over him. Skyy Moore, I think Skyy Moore could pass waiver wire. You could probably put him in our practice squad. He'd get through.
I don't think so, buddy. I think somebody would take a stab at him and just see.
Yeah,
but that doesn't matter.
But you don't have a big.
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to us, right? Because everybody wants them gone anyway. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna cut him, you might as well just nose around a little bit and see if somebody's interested.
Wouldn't you rather see if Skyy Moore could pass, waivers rather than like? Would you rather put him on the practice squad or Elijah Badger and take a chance on somebody taking one of them? Like, would you be more pissed if they grabbed Badger over Skyy Moore?
Man, no, I don't really care. Like, when we start talking about practice squad stuff, I think with the Chiefs, like, it's nice to have good practice squad stashes and stuff like that. But, like, I don't really care. If they put any of those guys on the practice squad, they never have any intentions of using them anyway. So I don't care at that point. I mean, we could have got Justin Ross poached a few years ago, much to the dismay of Chiefs Kingdom.
Yeah,
and I probably wouldn't have cared because
there.
you could foresee that he was never going to do anything here. So, like, it doesn't even matter at that point. So, I don't know, man. I think that wide receiver room's super interesting, though. It's going to be fun to see how that develops throughout camp. And I do think that some of these trade rumors, they're probably just that. I don't know if there's anything behind them or not, but sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire, man. So we'll see. There could be something up Brett Veach's sleeve. You never really know. Y'all keep an eye on it. Keep hanging out. We'll keep you updated on that situation. But yeah, man, football is on tonight. Are you excited to see any football? I don't even know if I'll turn this one on. Like, I want to, just to get that feeling that football's back, right? It's like that just, it's like your brain
I may watch the
needs
highlights.
it. But, like, I'm not going to be very, like, vested in this game. Like, there's probably people out there freaking live streaming the game like it's a big deal. It's like, oh, let's talk about the third string of the Chargers and the Lions, you know.
Third string? I bet they're playing fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
They're playing guys.
Nobody cares.
I don't even know. I wonder if they even let Josh or Justin Herbert take a snap tonight.
I'm
mean,
sure.
maybe
he might throw a couple balls around. Sam with a 10 bomb says, my question is, did they know Fulton was still injured when they gave him all that money?
Yeah, apparently it's just a lagging process of, like, cleaning it up in the off season. So he's still just kind of coming back from that.
Bro, I mean, that's kind of been a knock on him since he started, though, right? That he's very injury prone. So I would like to see him get on the field, and I would like to see some consistency there. That way I don't feel like we went out and got this injury-prone guy and just gave some money away. So I just want to see him play. I do think he'll be good. He kind of fits into the system. He's good in that press coverage, the man-to-man. I think that's what Spags likes, and I think he'll be productive for the Chiefs. We just got to get him on the field, man. Appreciate the 10, Sam.
Yeah.
We got Bob with another 10 bomb. Says, more gas money. Let's freaking go, baby. He says, I got to go, but we'll catch up tomorrow. Let me know if you want me to bring my recording equipment for a members-only live stream. I wouldn't mind bringing the mics for y'all to use. Appreciate you, Bob. Can't wait to hang out with you, by the way. You don't have to worry about bringing all that stuff over, man. We're just going to – it's going to be more casual, man. We're just going to chill with everybody. I don't want to work. I don't want to do any work. I just want to hang out with everybody and have a good time. Right?
Yeah. We're just eating barbecue and hanging out.
Yeah, I just want to eat some barbecue and hang out with everybody. Get to talk to everybody. It's nice meeting people face to face. People that have been in our chat for years now. It's really cool just to go put a face to the name and get to know people. Everybody's pretty cool. We have a great group of people. So, but yeah, appreciate the 10 bomb. Can't wait to see you, man. Sammy Joe with another 2 says trade Moore plus a 7th for a 6th rounder. Badger on the practice squad. No, I would not give anything with Skyy Moore for a 6th rounder. At that point, if you can't get a 6th rounder for your 2nd round draft pick, I'd just let it just cut my losses. Nah, it's just me. Just give me the 6th rounder. I'll give you Skyy Moore.
I think people are just trying to get rid of Skyy Moore any way you can. You're like,
well, I mean, that's easy. That's the easy part. Just cut him.
You can borrow Patrick Mahomes on the weekends if you'll just take
look, man.
Patrick,
You're trying
to take Skyy Moore.
You're trying to lessen the sting of drafting this guy in the 2nd round, right? You're just trying to, like, we gave up a 2nd round draft pick for him.
That's not Skyy Moore's fault that he got drafted in the 2nd round. The Chiefs, their scouts, their team, everything about them picked him. Like, he didn't pick himself. So I think at some point they got to understand that.
You think Skyy Moore just put some false tape out there for everybody? He's like, look, I'm going to act like I'm really good at receiver.
Yeah,
and then when a team drafts me, I'm done. I'm done, man. I don't care no more.
What if Skyy Moore has like a year of vengeance and he just comes out and just goes crazy?
That's never going to happen. Never in a million years.
If we keep saying it,
could you imagine though? No, it won't. It will never happen. Appreciate you guys being here, by the way. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm going to take a look at the poll real quick, see how that is. 51%. Oh, it's a 50. We are a mixed bag.
A serious 50-50 split?
It's a 50-50 split after 104 votes. That they would trade Josh Williams for a 6th rounder, or they wouldn't. It's exactly 50-50, bro. It's insane.
It's wild.
So
Well, I seen this in the chat too, and I wanted to get to it. I lost it, but somebody asked, "What did he do when he played last year? Like, what was his stats? Like, what was he any good when he played?" Honestly, I thought he had a pretty good season last year. Let me bring this in. This was the first game of the year. He actually played 29 coverage snaps for Josh Williams.
Oh.
He played 29 coverage snaps versus Baltimore week 1. Look at this. He had a 69 defense. If it's in the green, that means you are above average compared to everybody else on that given week. He was above average for every cornerback in football with a 69 defense, a 73 tackle grade, and a 69 coverage grade. If I remember correctly, Steve, he gave up 1 catch for 14 yards that game. And if you remember, I even brought it up and I said that was BS. He didn't even give up that catch. They dumped it down in the flats. And
I remember
he was
that.
the closest guy to it, so they had to attribute that it was a catch against Josh Williams, but he was
Right.
playing zone and he was 14 yards away from the guy that caught the ball. So look, he started the season off pretty good. If you look through the end of the season, look, this is through 13 through week 18, Steve. Look right down the middle of the screen. 32, 26, 33, 24, 29, 24. Those are coverage snaps. So they were using Josh Williams towards the end of the year. He was getting almost 25 to 30 coverage snaps a game. Look over on the right side of the screen. 77 coverage grade, 74 above average. He had 2 weeks in a row against Cleveland and Houston where it dropped down right below 60. And I looked at those games. One game he gave up 4 catches for 40, and one game he gave up 5 catches for 50. So he gave up about 90 yards. So those were the 2 lowest games of his career, or not his career, but this season. Okay. But if you look across the board, he's still scoring a 79 and a 76 and a 79 here against Houston against the run. So
he got
wasn't
23 against Pittsburgh. What was that?
that was against the that was a pass rush grade, I think, is what that was. Or it was
Weird.
a run stop grade. I don't remember which one it was, but it was something weird. It was a tackling grade. That's what it was. He missed 2 tackles that game. But
Okay.
anyways, so they
He
went
pulled
back
a
and-
L'Jarius Sneed on him.
Right. So they went back, and he actually in 17 and 18, he did get back to the 29, 24 snaps. And look how he finished his season. So cornerbacks, guess what? If you're a corner and you're a physical corner, you're going to allow catches and you're going to allow yardage. You're just going to get burned. That's just the way the game is. But he fought back. He got to a 66 and a 77.5. If you look at his last 2 years with the Chiefs, look at this. In 2023, he scored a 75. And in 2024, he went down to a 68 because he was in the doghouse. He went down 30-some coverage snaps. I've yet to figure out why Josh Williams has been dogged so hard. Like, it just seems
We
like to
don't
me
know.
he's
It's been the
very
biggest mystery,
serviceable.
dude.
Yeah, he's been very serviceable, very above average. And it's like,
Right. Well,
did you see all
here's
those
the
snaps he
thing.
played during the season? Do you know how many he had in the playoffs? 0 coverage snaps after getting all that
Here's
during
the
the
thing,
season.
man. You can keep bringing up all these stats and everything, but there were at least 2 episodes we did during the season last year where you brought all this stuff up and was like, what's going on here? So it's just been this big mystery for an
Yeah.
entire year now, and I don't think we're going to get any answers there. I just don't. And I really have no confidence that he'll be on the football field any more than last year. So we'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, y'all vote on that poll if you haven't yet. It is now we're at 52%. Yes, they would trade him for a 6th rounder. So I'm just interested to see how that'll all fall.
The
So
stats,
everybody do
man.
that.
They
Also hit
didn't like
that
the stats.
yeah, also hit that like button if you haven't yet. It just takes a second, and we need to get over 100 at least. We're only at 78 right now, and that makes me sad. But just hit that like button real quick. Get this out to more people and all that fun stuff. Also, just a reminder, top fan will get a signed poster sent to you in the mail eventually. So if you want that, make sure to do whatever you got to do to be the top fan. I don't remember all how you get XP, but right now Bob's in the lead from Buck and Bob. So we'll see him
Bob.
Saturday. Bob don't even need that poster. He's going to get his own handed straight to him on Saturday. So y'all do it to it. Man, what else we got? What else is going on in Chiefs Kingdom? Everybody's super horned up about Josh Simmons.
Take this one. John from Facebook. Appreciate you guys watching on Facebook. Facebook's just slamming this week. Can I brag a little bit? All Chiefed Up went ham on Facebook this week. Anybody take a shot at how many views we got on Facebook this week? Steve, you want to give it a guess?
I don't know. 100,000.
In 1 week,
100K.
in 1 week of training camp action over there, 2 million views on Facebook this
Look
week.
at your Facebook, baby. Let's go.
Facebook showing out 2 million views. There are YouTube channels out there that can't dream of 2 million views. And we pulled it in a week.
On
All
Facebook.
Cheeked Up taking over Facebook, baby. There it is. So, John, appreciate you being here, brother. He's got a question. He says, do we have enough talent on the front interior defensive line? Steve, that's a good question because we kind of had this, if you went back and watched our video from Tuesday, where we did our podcast session, which was the longer video of the week, we talked about the defensive line, man, and we said Chris Jones should benefit from our boy Omar Norman Lott being in there and disrupting a little bit. We also talked a little bit about Izzard, Kozai Izzard, the UDFA, who the Chiefs actually give a decent contract to. They give him a 3-year deal. People were wanting Izzard in the offseason. He signed here. It was a big contract. Now, it wasn't as big as the Cam Jones one. So when they signed Cam Jones, we kind of knew he was probably going to make the roster. Izzard's kind of borderline. It was big, but it's not that big. They could get rid of him because I think they only paid him out like $25,000 guaranteed or something. But Izzard is a guy that could make the practice squad at least. You've got, Pennell, who's getting a little older with run defense. We've got Levette, who was a UDFA last year. Maybe he could squeeze on there. There's some names in there. Do you think we have enough there, or do you think we may have to look to a veteran at some point?
Well, the question was, do we have enough talent? The answer to that is yes. I do believe we have enough talent there. Now, a lot of the talent is raw. A lot of the talent is young. We don't know exactly what we have yet, but there are a lot of guys there that I think can fill those positions. So I'm really excited to see how they pan out. It's all going to depend on how they develop, right? I mean, because you mentioned all the guys. I don't have to name them all again, but there's a couple guys on the inside, even a UDFA with Izzard, that I think could be fantastic. I think he's done a lot of good stuff in college, and he helped make people like Chop Robinson and Abdul Carter massive players. Like, this is a guy that can get some penetration in the middle. Right there alongside Chris Jones, I think anyone that can do that, whether it be Norman Lott or Izzard or anyone that you throw in the middle, if they can just put a little bit of pressure on in the middle, it's going to make Chris Jones' life much easier. And in turn, it's going to make George Karlaftis' life much easier. In turn, making the entire secondary's lives much easier. So I do think that it's a big thing. We've not had the greatest pass rush in the last couple of years. Obviously, we have the best defensive tackle in football, and he's a beast. But George Karlaftis, after him, has been the best that we've had, and he's normally like a middle-of-the-pack guy, right? He's really good, don't get me wrong, but he's not like this upper echelon crazy pass rusher. So, yeah, I think that we got a chance to see a little bit different defense this year when it comes to getting after the passer. I think that we got the guys in place to do that. Really excited about how Gelati's been, all fiery, which we knew he was going to bring the heat, right? Because that kid's got a high motor, and same with Norman Lott. And this thing's going to be fun, dude. I think we got plenty of talent there. It's just how it develops.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, last year, I think, what did they take? 4 interior guys? I think they took 4. I look for them to take about the same. I think they took 9 defensive linemen last year, not 10.
Yep.
I projected the pre-pads. I projected them taking 10. I put Levette on there because I thought you may need another run stuffer behind Pennell because Pennell's getting a little older. He may not need all those snaps to keep him fresh for the postseason, right? But you never know. You never know how that's going to play out. So I think they got a lot of young talent. I think Izzard, Levette, either they make the team or they're probably going to be on practice squad, and they could be guys that get looked at, by other teams. Those 2 guys are pretty good. I found it weird last year that the only player that got poached was Louis Rees-Zammit. Isn't that wild?
And what's he doing?
I feel like that was a strategic.
Is he back to playing rugby yet?
No, I feel like that was a strategic move because they played games in London last year.
I don't know. I don't know what that was about. I think everybody just – I don't know. That was the weirdest –
we horned him up so much.
The LRZ thing was the weirdest off-season story of all time. Duncan says, hi, guys. Are you going to be doing a 53-man prediction since Mike can click things but can't read? You just clicked it and just sat there.
I was waiting for you to finish.
I was done, son. It was over. But no, we normally do a 53-man prediction. We haven't done one this early, though. I think we normally do it like right before cuts.
Yeah, we'll try to throw it out right before the cut.
And all the cuts are at the same time this year, right?
Yeah. We've been pretty spot on last few years. I think last year we got everybody by like 3. And one of them was weird. Like, nobody could project that they were going to get, what's his name? Peyton Hendershot, put him on the 53. Like, who would have predicted that one? And then I think they did that with one other player. It was a Cam, what was his name? Cam something from the Cardinals. Didn't even play him a snap.
I don't cut you off, but I got to take this 2-bomb from Perry. There's no way this is real after I said that.
Shut up. That's not real, is it?
Please tell me that you're joking, because I had no idea. I was just joking when I said, did he go back to rugby yet? Check it out. Somebody, Ian, look it up. Ian, if you could pull that up, that'd be great. We got to know about this. Sam says we're still paying LRZ dead money on the cap.
Yeah, I don't doubt that one.
That's crazy. Here's a wild one from Todd. He says Roland Wallace will start this season. That is a bold prediction.
Well, I mean, he would start in the slot, like the nickel, right? So
I don't know if he's going to make the roster.
I think he's got a pretty good shot. We're so thin back there. I think Roland Wallace is actually doing enough that he might make it.
Are we thin?
And I honestly think that right now I'd give it to him over Josh Williams. I mean, I have no faith to put Josh Williams on this team.
Right, but I mean, if you just start listing off players, dude, you're talking about between safeties and cornerbacks, you're going to have like 10.
You have 10. You got 10.
I think that he can make the roster, but I mean, he's definitely flirting with that cut line.
You've got your 4 safeties, and we've got the top 4 corners. So that gives you 2 guys that you can squeeze on, and I guarantee you it's going to be Roland Wallace and Najee Johnson.
So the top 4 corners are going to be McDuffy, Fulton, Watson, and Noah Williams. Okay, and then I
guarantee you they keep Najee Johnson and Roland Wallace.
Well, you also have they're not going to not keep Najee Johnson. He's on the roster.
Exactly.
So that's 5 corners. And then when you go to safety, you're looking at Mike Edwards, Brian Cook, Jaden Hicks, Chamari Connor.
Yeah, that's who they'll take.
You still have like a Deion Bush floating around out there, I think.
No, he won't do it.
Who else would be in that conversation?
That leaves one spot here. So, again, Kevin Knowles was playing slot corner, and he was playing second
Roland Wallace made the team last year, right?
Roland Wallace is in line to make the team.
I do think
now.
that gives you a leg up in an Andy Reid team. Like if you've made
I
the
don't
roster
think that's
already,
crazy, Todd. I don't think that's crazy at all. I don't dislike that, to be honest.
You don't think it's a bold prediction that he'll be a starter, like a top 3 on the field?
Maybe starting a little bit, but I tell you, if you want to keep McDuffie on the outside, and I'm a firm believer, like I think McDuffie can go down and play the nickel a little bit. I think that's a select situation. Like I keep McDuffie on the outside as much as I can. He's a top 4 corner in this league. I would rather have a top 4 corner on the outside than a top 2 corner in the slot, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you got guys like Roland Wallace. And honestly, I think Roland Wallace does it a little bit better than Chamari Connor. Chamari Connor he's a step too late half the time.
But is Connor not who they like to go to in that position? And I think that Spags even said he's going to continue to do it.
They will. I think Wallace will
changing.
back up Connor, so that's why I don't think he'll start. But I do think he's got a chance, and Todd's not crazy. I think he is on track to make the team right now.
I never said he was crazy. I said it was a bold prediction.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I know. Steve, here you go.
What? Dude, I don't even feel bad about it. That's hilarious that I said that.
Yeah, he's stepping away from football.
I saw where someone said in the
2 to 3
chat.
hours
Who
ago.
said that in the chat? Who was it? Somebody said the dream is dead.
ESPN 27 minutes ago. Rugby star Reese Zammit calling time on his NFL dream. Jaguars wide receiver steps away from football. Breaking news 1 hour ago. Sports Illustrated.
Well, when you go from being one of the best rugby players in the world to I can't make a football team, what are you doing?
Steve, look, people said last year we were pessimistic. We were Debbie Downers when we said that this guy is not going to be the rookie of the year. He's not going to get rid of Pacheco. Dude, there were people out there actually saying he was going to start over Pacheco. And we said, bro,
hell? Yeah,
dude, this is a rugby
that.
player trying to come to football. We were like, he's going to be lucky to even make the freaking team.
Hey, we say some crazy stuff sometimes, but
We'd say
there's
some
a
dumb shit.
lot of unreasonable people out there in our fan base. We've got to chill.
Every once in a while, we'll hit it. And look, we hit that one.
Good Lord, who didn't? I mean, that handful of
There was
people
a lot of people that
those people that really thought that you're slap nuts. I'm sorry.
A lot of people
You
that was
just
big
are.
on that. Look, we did a lot of content where we said he was gaining steam with the team because he was big time, like being a camp hype guy. And that's what kind of scares me a little bit about like the Thornton and the things like that, because you can really hype up and look really good when a defense ain't
Thornton's
really trying
doing
to
the
hit
work, though. What did Louis
true.
Rees-Dammit do last year? Nothing. He looked awkward.
No, he had
the whole time.
Dude, I remember he got camp hype because he finally stood in there and took on a linebacker in a block and didn't get pancaked.
Because he showed up to the practice.
Yeah, he didn't get ran over.
Hey, shout out Brenda with the 5 bomb. Appreciate you, Brenda. You're awesome.
Thank you, Brenda.
Yeah, man, that's wild, though. We killed his dream.
Yeah, Steve, I blame you. I think you did this.
Look, here's my thing about it. I don't feel bad.
You crushed his soul.
Even if somehow I spoke that into existence, post the announcement, if that's possible, in some kind of weird alternate universe, I don't feel bad. He's like a rich rugby player, bro. I don't care. I don't feel bad for him. Go back to England and be a rich rugby player.
Where did he play?
It's not so bad.
Oh, is he Welsh?
I
Who
don't
did he
know.
play for?
Is he in Wales?
I think
Whatever.
it's Wales.
Somewhere in Europe.
I mean, is Wales England?
I
I don't know. I don't know anything about the European Union.
Mike, we're from America. We don't know nothing
I
about
don't.
that.
Like, honestly, I didn't give a crap about them since 1776. I don't know anything they do.
That's great. What's going on with the football game? Somebody update me. I've not watched one snap.
The most news you can get out of that is the announcers haven't fell asleep yet, probably.
The announcers.
Is
have not
anybody
fallen
really
asleep.
watching this game and taking it seriously? Like, is there really people doing that? Like,
No,
see
but
people
I
today.
think it's mostly just, like I said, if you put football on the TV, you hear those familiar announcers. It's just this. It's this
No,
feeling.
it's
It takes
just a
over your
signal that
body.
it's back. It's
Like
back.
you realize, Q4 is the best time of the year. It just is. Nothing else even compares to it. And when football kicks off, you realize that you're getting ready to head into fall, which is, the end of the year. And it's the best time of the year. You just get a little horned up, man. You hear that football on the TV. So it doesn't matter if it's two shitty teams or, I'm not even saying the Lions are bad or the Chargers, but I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's, if they had a game where their moms got out there and played against each other, to kick the football
watch
season.
it.
I would, as long as it sounded like football on my TV.
Are you making it like? Do you remember when they tried the lingerie football league? What was
Yeah,
that?
whatever happened. Was Vince McMahon
No,
in on
well,
that?
I think that's still going. I was on TikTok the other day scrolling, and somebody had clips of it. Like, it's still going.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That is wild. TGZ with a 5 bomb says, but you guys told me he was going to be the MVP last year, although I paid you to say it.
Dude.
Oh, did that really happen? Did you super
I don't
chat to
remember.
get us to say it? I feel like that's something TGZ would do.
Maybe.
I think that's a possibility. Appreciate the
Dude,
5 bomb, brother.
there were people that was making that their identity last year, man. They got hammered.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. It was a bad
Dude, we
idea.
knew it was a bad idea. Every time we did a topic about LRZ, Steve, we would talk about it beforehand and be like, look, Chiefs Kingdom's really excited about this.
Here's your
guy.
disclaimer.
We're not, but we had to get on here and just be like, okay, guys, yeah, he's got a
Talk
shot.
about him. Hear
Like,
ye!
Had to do
Hear
it.
ye! Bryant Williamson with the 5 bomb says, love y'all. Wish I could make chew with the crew, but I'm trucking around like K. Wayne. I was planning on it for sure. Look, if you guys have to work during chew with the crew, I understand. But I would highly suggest you quit your job or call in that day. Now, if you're a trucker,
Don't.
you can't just call in and drive all the way back. I get that.
Yeah,
But
I think K. Wayne's not even going to be able to make it this year. He told me he
Nope.
had to go to California, couldn't get off, and he's going to be at Pebble Beach. And I told him I'll just ride with him out to Pebble Beach. I've always wanted to play that course.
Let's go. Let's go.
Who don't want to
but
go to
anyway,
Pebble Beach?
We'll shout that out one more time. If you guys are free on Saturday night, we're going to be at Zarda and Blue Spring from 7 to 9 Central Time. Get your asses down there and hang out with All Chiefed Up. You'll get a free signed poster. It's real laid back, chill, casual. Just show up. Grab you some food if you want to. If you don't. We're all just going to be hanging out. Would love it if we can make it the biggest one yet. So if you guys are anywhere in the area, swing on in and hang out with us. I like meeting everybody. It's a good time.
Right.
So
Again,
Don't
we're gonna have
miss
posters.
it.
We're gonna have posters. We'll sign them if y'all want. I don't have to. Believe me, if you don't want it on there, I ain't gonna force you.
You don't
And
have
Steve,
to.
here's the thing. We had 2 posters coming in. So one's kind of a fun one for the channel, and one is an awesome like a schedule poster. So you can hang it up. You'll know when the Chiefs play, what channel they're going to play on, all that good stuff, what time.
In case
it
you
is.
don't know anything about the internet yet. Or
Right, yeah. But I
anything.
mean, some people like to put that on the refrigerator or whatever, or in the garage. Who knows? But I'll tell you, they're nice posters. But we did have to do a shorter run because I had to get an overnight thing, had to do a short run. Our big ones aren't in. So we're only going to have limited posters there. So if we get over 50 people, yeah, somebody will just have to wait, I guess, because we only
It'll
have
be
50
okay.
posters.
Look,
So, yeah.
man, if you're one of the late ones that come in, we'll write your name down. We'll get you one
Oh,
sent
yeah.
out.
I mean, we'll make sure you get it out. I'm just saying. Well, very limited run there. So be there.
Man, what is it with everybody lately? Our entire store, we had to change our entire store. We have a new store, by the way.
Yeah.
You can still go to merch.allchiefedup.com and check
the
it out.
entire company? Just slap nuts, bro.
Bro, man, like it doesn't matter what you do these days. You can't even go to a restaurant anymore and get decent service from anybody. Like I feel like everyone has lost their damn minds. Like no one is accountable for shit. Like
Think it's 'cause
everybody's
you're not tipping enough.
No, man. Do you think like
You
I
tip
feel like I'm turning
at
into that old
everything.
guy? I'm officially I hit 40,
are.
so now I have to be like these damn kids.
You're the
Like they
crotchety
have
old
no
man.
respect for nobody. They don't care about nothing. They have no integrity.
That's you.
Yep.
You're so mad right now.
No,
I
for
know
real
what you
though.
were thinking of.
I
That
feel like
time rage too, Steve. You're thinking of your time at Dairy Queen the other day.
oh man, guys, we're not going
Don't
to
get
talk
'em
about
started.
that.
Don't do it.
We're not even talking about that. But have you ever been so mad at a restaurant that you gathered up the entire crew and got them in a line and gave them a speech? Because that's what happened. You know, in
does
front of
that,
God
though?
and everybody.
Who
Huh?
does that? Like
I did it.
I wouldn't do that.
I did that.
I would just be like, I hate this place not coming back. But you decided to
No,
line
man.
them
Look,
up
man,
one by
sometimes you
one.
got to hear it from somebody else. Like sometimes you need that eye opener. Like I am a piece of shit. I
Was
got to
it
do
like-
better.
Did you do it like here's how I imagine it. You lined them up and it was like the scene in Full Metal Jacket where he just goes down the line just like berating everybody.
Sort of.
That's rude,
Like you.
bro.
And you're an idiot. No, I didn't do that. But I did. I gave him a speech. I gave him a little pep talk and all that good stuff. Man, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. But you know who doesn't have bad service? Zarda. Those guys are always awesome. They're very accommodating. So come out and hang out with us Saturday night. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Man.
Zarda, you can sponsor an episode if you want. I'm going to talk to him about sponsoring this.
I think we should. I think they should be
I think we
an All
should.
Chiefed Up sponsor for this season.
I think that's
Honestly.
great, dude. There'd be a lot of. I know our crowd is such a good crowd that if we were sponsored by Zarda and Zarda really sponsored us, you guys would show up there and you guys would tell them that we sent you.
Hey, see,
I
you
know
sent
you
me,
would.
baby.
Like I know our guys are awesome, so like I think they should. Why not? We go out to millions of
not?
Chiefs fans a year, right in that area. Like you're just losing business right now.
Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with us tonight. I'm going to close this poll real quick. It looks like overall, after all said and
People
done,
will
they
get rid of
would
him, right?
trade Josh Williams. They would trade him for a
I
sixth
think I would
round
be
pick.
on that side too, man, because I just don't think we're going to use him. So why not get something from him? Especially if you're going to not even let him make the 53.
Let's go, John. Can't wait to meet you, buddy.
John's in the house.
Yeah, man, we got to get everybody out. Everybody's got to come out and hang out and have a good time. It's not just about seeing me and Mike because we're just a couple of slap nuts. But
We're
I mean,
slap nuts.
everybody else comes in. It's just a good time to meet everybody. Like all these people that you talk to, you know, every other day on live stream, you get to meet them face to face, and it's a good time. It's a good time.
Bro, just getting to talk to Lance. Talking to Lance is wild. Like
Lance
if you
is a
guys
cool
watch the
dude.
Spoken, just talk to Lance for a few minutes, man. He's a character.
He is a character. He's awesome. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It'll be interesting. I've never met Bob before from Buck and Bob, so that's gonna be the first. He's a
Yeah.
good guy. We did an episode with him and we talk to him all the time on Twitter and stuff. But yeah, it'll be fun.
Who was look, I hate saying this because I don't want people to think that I want people to think I'm a piece of crap. And I just didn't care. But who was it that come out the first year, the lady, and she brought her family? We met her whole family. It wasn't
Jan
Brenda.
Fry Gable.
It was Jan. Jan brought
Yeah.
her family. She brought like maybe her daughter or granddaughter or something. We met like 3 or 4 people, her family. They were great. They were awesome.
yeah.
Like I like meeting all these people. We met Brian Parrott, his wife, his kid, Bucky, Melissa come out. Dude, good times. It's a good time.
A lot. There was a lot. Yeah, I've met a lot of people. It's
Shane.
cool.
Shane's always a cool dude. Shane brings
It's
out his
also
girlfriend.
putting faces to the names. That way, when we're doing these live streams, that's what we're all about anyway. Getting everybody involved and just talking and kind of having a community, right? So
Yep. I love
let's
it, man.
do it. Well, appreciate you guys. We got to get off here though because we have a lot of stuff to get done.
Yep.
We're hitting the road in the AM pretty early, and I still haven't done anything actually.
And we're also trying to get a video out for you guys on Saturday.
There will be a video.
Even though we're traveling. All
Mike, I got
week.
the initial
gonna-
edit of that done, so I'll send it to
Okay.
you. You can put all the finishing touches on it, and we'll
Yeah,
post
I'll
that
try to
bad
do
boy.
it sometime tonight or tomorrow and try to get it up. So in the midst of driving 8.5 hours, I will somehow take 5 hours to edit a video.
You got this, man.
I will figure it out. Even if I have to go to a truck stop and get some free
What you
Wi-Fi.
should do is hire a chauffeur.
Why can't we just have editors?
You can just sit in the
like
back.
other people?
Jeeves, take a left, and then you just keep editing your video.
Why can't we just be blessed with editors?
Because we don't make a bunch of
The
money to
blessings
pay
didn't
editors,
fall
brother.
like as well as some others, you know? It is
Yeah.
what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, appreciate y'all being here. If you guys donated tonight, you guys are freaking awesome. I'm going to look and see who the top fan is for the night. It's still Bob. So, Bob, we'll give you a poster when we see you, buddy. Thanks for being the top
you're gonna
fan
get
tonight.
it, Bobby.
Now you're going to get it, Bobby. Let's go. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Watch that video on Saturday, too. Make sure you click it and watch that
yeah.
whole thing. Help your boys out. We're going to be out working, doing the Lord's work. So do that. Get in the comments, all that fun stuff. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. Go Chiefs.
Get wild.